he's been in 10 years and he's still going strong.
Well, you kept the organization going.
That's right. I give him a lot of credit for that.
Between both of you.
Well, this program is not to butter me up. It's to talk about you and what you did for the club.
Is that right, huh?
And, you know, every time we did have a meeting, and when you were able to be more active in the club, it was so comforting for me to have you have always prepared a few words of wisdom that you brought to the people. And, you know, usually you can't keep senior citizens quiet long enough to listen, but every time he brought his notes in about advice and wonderful things that senior citizens want to hear, but you could hear a pin drop.
Inspirational.
Did you bring anything today about
Yes, I did.
words of wisdom? This is what we used to do at the meetings when I was hung up for words to say. He would come up. Why did you
hung up?
My brother and I, Jim, we have had many discussions on wisdom and intelligence and what life is all about. We refuse to assume that with age comes decrepitude, disease, and disturbances. We know, Jim and I, through all the years, that health is abundantly present and active with mind and body. By the way, Jim, you miraculously healed yourself of a serious disease, and many people don't know about that. He was deathly sick, and because he studied the workings of the mind, he cured himself.
Really?
He took himself out of a hospital, by the way, and he cured himself. He went on a diet, and people thought he was going to die. He lost all kinds of weight, and finally brought himself to it. It's amazing what he did.
What'd you do, microbiotic?
Well, Charlie has a library of books that was very informative, and he would bring me these different books. And when I was fasting for 30 days, one of the books happened to have information of exactly what was going to happen to my body after 10 days, after 16 days, after 20 days. I don't recommend it for senior citizens. At the time, that was 28 years ago, and I was much younger than I am now. But it did work for me.
But was it the macrobiotic?
No.
They said that works.
The power of thought.
Oh,
power of thought, yeah.
Well, I believe
See, we are aware that through the power of thought, you can create miracles, and that's what he did. By the way, the body is mind made visible. So as you think, so are you.
So are you, yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
it is. It's true.
So what do you think, Jim?
Well, keep reading. You got some nice information there. I think it would be interesting to hear about that.
Well, seniors, well, you mentioned we were going to talk about Irma also.
Yeah.
Well, seniors, when they first become senior citizens, they kind of refuse to accept the fact that we're getting old. And, but senior really means priority of birth, priority of wisdom, priority of intelligence, priority of experience, advanced in dignity, a higher standard in education, etc., etc. Jim knows all this.
Yeah. Things that we've spoken about.
We seniors who went through the Big Depression learned that the true value of the dollar and saving for a rainy day is very important. Until now, we have been constantly trying to become more and better than we seem to be. Diligently, we have performed some kind of employment in an effort to accumulate enough money to pay bills, to build and maintain a home, to buy food, to pay taxes, to buy insurance, to buy fuel, to buy clothes, and all of this we do for our families. We also have been concerned with our appearance, our form, our color, our age, our gender, our physical organs, our limbs, and even the weather at times may have bothered us with storms, hurricanes, floods, etc., etc. Just imagine what we seniors have been through. What do you think about that?
Well, I've always believed in all of this stuff because
I know you do.
I
in
have
fact,
to.
I feel like your notes have given me in my life more awareness of what we actually are, and we seem to forget these things because
And where you come from.
True.
yeah, and senior citizens need a little bit of this knowledge.
That's it.
And you know, actually, you used to bring this to our meetings monthly.
That's right.
And now that you haven't been able to get there, I miss all this because
He doesn't come anymore?
well, he
My
comes
wife
occasionally.
is handicapped.
Oh.
She has a right leg amputated
Oh.
all the way up to the hip. And by the way, speaking of the mind, 40 years ago, my wife had her leg amputated because of cancer. And at the time, they mentioned if she lived 5 years,
Yeah.
she'd be doing
Should
good.
be doing good, yeah.
Here she is, 40 years later, and she's living longer than all of us.
That's right.
3 of her doctors have all passed away, and she's still living. I told our present doctor that, and he kind of shook up a little bit.
No, she had the will to live.
Well,
yeah,
that,
that's
She
it.
wasn't going to be
the
defeated.
workings of the mind.
Yeah.
the
yeah.
word
Positive
yeah.
thinking.
Well, we've always known that
Yeah.
if you have a mind
That's
to
it.
be well, you will be better
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
A lot of negative.
As you think you are, as
Yeah.
he said.
I also would like to say that Charles was in the electrical business with me, and the Prudential was the first tall building that was built in the city of Boston, and they had electricians in charge. And the second high-rise building, which was the New England Merchants Bank, and he was in charge of the whole thing.
Really?
The
He likes to
electrical
flatter me.
end of it. And he was my boss over there, and I just was...
So you got away with murder.
no,
But he
didn't
became
know.
a foreman also.
He's
He's giving me all the credit.
He made me smart enough to become a foreman myself, and
That's
I was
correct.
a foreman throughout my
But you
years
didn't go
in-
into being a
But
musician.
you know, and it's all these notes that he made me when I was doing.
Yeah, he's a
electrical.
thinker.
Oh, he is, yeah, great planner.
I love thinking.
That's it. That's very
Very
important.
inspirational, the
The
things
power
I
of
read
thought.
every day. Yeah,
Yeah,
positive thinking.
The power of thought
Yeah,
is so great that it can encompass the whole universe in 1 second. You ever stop to think of that? All you got to do is think of the universe, and there it is. People don't realize the potential we have. And
Yeah, we're-
like that. I was
Yeah.
always interested in the workings of the mind. As a matter of fact, years ago, I took interest in hypnosis, and I became the vice president of the Boston Association.
really.
Then I dropped out. I learned that hypnosis is only a stepping stone into knowing who and really what you are. She knows exactly what I was going to say.
No, because I love everything on positive thinking.
Yeah.
positive
I
thing
like
is
to-
very important.
It's only a stepping
Yeah.
stone. Hypnosis is, you shouldn't play with the mind
No,
Yeah.
like they do on TV and all these shows. But it gets you to realize what life is all about. As a matter of fact, since birth, we have been hypnotized.
Yeah.
When our mother sings to us and we're in pain, we fall asleep.
Yeah.
She cures any ache we may have and so forth. So once you get to know what it's really all about, it becomes real interesting.
So you see, I had a break in my life. I had somebody to look. He's older
up
than
to
me,
your
and
mentor.
I had somebody to look up to.
Yeah.
And every time I was doing something that was going to be a mistake, he would say, "Oh, don't do it this way." And we've always gotten along very well together. And he got me into the electrical union with his influence because he was such a dominant
person.
figure in the electrical union. In fact, I still go to the retirees meetings, and everybody in the place saying, "How's Charlie doing?"
Yeah.
And, they're always interested.
I miss it.
Yeah,
I'd like to go, but
So Charlie,
I don't want to leave the wife
No,
alone.
no.
So that's why I decided that if I had you on this program, you'd be a very interesting guest,
Yeah.
and you'd have a lot of information for the people here. And we've been a large family in the city of Everett. He's lived in the city most of his life, and I was the firstborn in the city
That's
from
right.
our family. So it's been a great interview with you.
You were
and
all born in Everett?
No, they were. I was the first one, and then there was me and 2 sets of twins after me, born in Everett. But you were born in Boston, right?
I was born in Boston.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly been very nice having you here on our program. I know that we could stay here and talk for another
Forever.
2 days.
Yeah, because
with
I
all that
love-
we've
I
been
love
through
all
They
together.
got all kinds of literature. I
Yeah.
thought we might run out of time.
Yeah,
But I'm very timid about this because I didn't expect to do this.
yeah. Well, I think he did a marvelous
Very
job,
good.
don't you think? he
Very
did?
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
I believe in all of
Yeah.
his
I like
things.
that. I like to see people that think that way. That's why you're going to live forever.
I know. I'm the matriarch of the family now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And he is also.
Congratulations.
Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he is. Well, you know, one of the troubles being with a big family, you have a lot of tragedies, and
Yep.
we happen to have had one in our family this week. One of my
Brother-in-law.
sister's husband, Gregory Razzo, passed away.
Really?
But,
Suddenly?
yeah, well,
Oh.
suddenly, yes. Well, I think we've done very well with this
Good,
segment,
thank
and again, I'd like to thank you for being with us, Charlie. And
I'm glad he came. He's
I
very
hope we've
interesting.
enlightened the community very much.
Okay.
Thank you. And
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, too.
and that'll about wind up our program for this segment, and we hope to see you all next month.
And we want everyone to have a happy Thanksgiving.
That's wonderful, and
A
and
healthy
a
one.
happy Merry Christmas if
Same
we
to
don't
you.
get to telling you.
We'll see them.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.